makes me wanna risk it. Every time I look at you, you pull me back into your river. Swim a little deeper, I don't need to breathe with my head underwater. Not sure I really care. We're all of our demons. If they ever disappear, I will forgive you if you've forgiven me. We're stuck in this pattern, but I need you close. All I ever wanted was for you to prove me wrong. You're changing our colors again and again. I could never let you go. Something about you feels so different, makes me wanna risk it. Every time I look at you, you pull me back into your river. Swim a little deeper, I don't need to breathe with my head underwater.
Copa Tanga 2025 coming at you from Castelldefels. We are into the finals. It's finals day here. All the action coming to a head. Women's division first up. We'll see España women, the national team, taking on Berries, a Russian all-star collection of ladies. Bringing you the action, I'm Stefan Rapazzo alongside Frances Dieterle and Anna Sokolova. We'll get to them as this point cooks on, but straight into the action now. And it's Stakova who sends upfield. Bukreva, Stakova, and Akramova now in the corner. She gives a little head nod, trying to find some freedom. Now looking to the goal, does get an open receiver, Nika Stakova. First goal in the books for the Berries.
So excellent offense from Berries. You can see that they use a lot of that experience on beach. A lot of these players played on that team that won the European Championship in 2019. And you can see that Spain had a good job of closing around on the mark, but they need to close off the open side with the downfield defense now. You can see this nice cut from behind. That's not open, but up the line is open. And we can see that Paula Navas just needs to stay on the open side of her woman.
Yes, I think that Berries are a really nice combination of young players and experienced players. You could see them on the tournaments 10 years ago, and now we still see them on this beautiful and sunny sand.
1-0, one clean hold. As per always, hit us with a like. Feel free to subscribe and all that good stuff as the Spanish women get going. Termina goes over and hits Mamrol. Navasa gives a head nod. Nothing she likes yet. Ooh, and that throw is behind and can't get it to Lamotte. So Berries will pick up with a chance. Sasha Pustavaya. waiting for the round. She's got the very long arms. She can break just about anyone. Anna Pustavaya back to Sasha Pustavaya with her trademark double braids. To Pustavaya and Chinina, and the Berries look very strong with their very first break.
Yes, they've played with the Espana women and already won in the group. Let's see what we'll see this one.
Yeah, Spain's offense just not looking very tight right now. I was not paying much attention, so thank you, Anna, for the replay of the pool play game. But Spain women, you can see that they are coming off of 2 years ago in Los Angeles, a third place world spot. They're looking to reproduce that glory that they had, perhaps even go further. See on the field that there is an extra member of this Spain team who was not here before, who is Arantxa Lopez. And she's the first non-playing coach for this women's program, I think, maybe ever. So that's an excellent addition for them. She's got a lot of experience on Spain national teams, and we'll see what she can add over this game.
The Berries Spain women game prior was a big win for the Berries. They did get up by a large handful as the Spanish women, Fuentes, goes to Navasa. Carolina Navasa, fire. Fuentes sends the body flying. Great pickup. And now she's looking all infield. Gets another one. Mamrol. Low throw. Fuentes and Navasa try and sandwich Akramova there. Nobody comes up with that one.
Yeah, Marta Mamrol, one of the longest standing members of the Spain team. You can see she's got the retro duds on.
Retro duds and sent deep now. Akramova, blazing speed. As always, she dumps back. That one for Voronkova and quickly returned. Is there a call at the other end of the field? Mamrul is being helped off, and I'm getting as such. I have a feeling that the disc is going to go back. Do you guys see anything there?
It's like Mamrol is holding her face. I'm guessing that Pustavaya's. I've gotten one of those before, and everybody has a plan until they're punched in the face. Look at the speed, though. You can see that Chris Navasa gets burned twice on that. We'll see if the disc is going to go back on this.
Well, Mike Tyson quoting there from Francis Dieterle. You said I've gotten one of those before. Have you gotten it from Sasha Pustavaya?
God, no.
I've definitely got a backhand to the face. I've also let loose of a huck, and the disc has hit somebody in the face very point blank, too. So we will hope the best for Mamrul, that she's it's a minor injury, and she'll be back up and playing in no time. But I'm still having trouble figuring out what's going on. Akramova's Akramova's got the disc in her hand, so it is going to be prior to the follow-up throw. It'll be after the huck. The huck will have the follow-up throw. It'll be after the huck. The huck will have counted, and it'll come in with Akramova, Navasa on the mark. Dump pass, Voronkova. They try the same thing anyways. And even with a great defensive bid, Akramova will not be denied.
Yeah, excellent hustle from Navasa. One of three sisters. The other two, I believe, are no longer playing on this team. But here we are. Steph is waving me off. Perhaps they are. We will see what we've got for news of Navasa. But yeah, we can see that she just does not have the speed to catch up to Akramova. Excellent cut and excellent throw.
Now, I was waving my Matumbo says no finger to Francis when he said that, because Cristina Navasa is on this team, but I do not see her today. She was here yesterday, most certainly.
Always with a friend or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
my goodness. That is unbelievable. And straight into the net and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible.
We're back at Copa Tanga. We're just having a heck of a time here in the booth, catching up in between points. We got some Hilltop Hood, some Aussie hip-hop in the ear holes here, and vibes are high. Certainly if you're a Barry's fan, they get a 3-0 lead over top of España women. The Spaniards took the timeout. Let's see if they can make the correct adjustments to try and stay level or get back into level situation against these super strong Barrys. Cobos to the sideline, Termina, and upfield finds Lamote. Cobos, Navasa. Navasa sends, but that will be back to the point of exit.
I think this is the story of the game so far. We just see execution errors that are leading to Spain's turns. Navasa, Carol Navasa, she gets the disc on the sideline, but that throw is just not adjusted. You need to put more edge on that, and of course, for a Spanish women's team, you would expect that they would be able to do that. So we'll see if they can actually make those adjustments.
And the recovery walk, Olya Kochenova will walk it up to about the midway mark. And bring it back into play. Kochenova leads forward, gets a nice power position. Back to Kochenova now. Rashitova and leads. Olga Chenina sends the body. I've never seen her play a point without sunglasses, but she got up without sunglasses as they fall off. And another goal. Barry's looking very strong out there.
Yeah, excellent point from Barry's. They're very stingy with the disc, and you can see that those wide swings are making it very difficult for the Spanish marks. That one, a little overthrown, but you know what? Way to make your teammate look great. No better way to do it. And on the beach, you got to lay out.
Anna, do you know where the name Barry's comes from? What this is about? Do you have any ideas?
I think we have a lot of different berries in our country, and as a gift we brought some berries in sugar for the teams who play.
Very interesting indeed. I know Felix will like their uniforms because they've got a side section with some pink hexagons on them. So that'll get him excited for sure. Felix has agreed he is excited. Mamrol gets things going now. Patino leads. Oh! Bid there. Great bid by Anna Pustovaya. And a takeaway. And really, Barry's can't put a foot wrong right now. They are all over their assignments. Pustovaya sends it up to the end zone. Stakhova, Pustovaya. Pustovaya fires, and that's Sasha to Anna, the Pustovaya sisters, connect for another goal and take it to 5-0.
So we can see the dominance of the Pustovayas right here. This is an excellent point where we can see that their athleticism and also that reach is really deadly, especially with Sasha Pustovaya's around forehand. She double clutches it once we get the replay. She fakes it, and then the mark doesn't adjust, so she just decides to throw that sharp.
So big legs and big arms and excellent throws. Everyone is afraid of her back.
We're staying with us. Some internet difficulty to make our stream as smooth as possible. As is always the case, if there is ever a situation where it's not perfect and we get choppiness, these games will be recorded and re-released, but we're hoping that the internet levels out. Thank you for your patience. And Barry in this women's final, Mamrol sends deep. And great collection there. The number 73, Fuentes, has been hot all weekend long and stays hot. Catches it on the hip, wearing the skirts, which I love the old skirts look, by the way. Bring them back. And here's the pull from Patino. Lands and rolls right in front of Stakova. Leading throw. Akramova sends deep. Can't quite milk it the whole way into the end zone, but gets the reception. Bukreva. And it's back to Kochinova.
Odd foul call from maybe the Russian player, but it looked like Maria Patino just had the position. One of the Dulcineas team.
Olya Kochinova holds it at the disc. Goes around. Fired in from Stakova, and Akramova gets the assist into Voronkova. Shout out to Kostas Basov, Akramova's loving husband. She said, if I do something good, can you please give him a shout out? So there we are. How you doing, Kostas? You better say hi in the chats now. That's your duty. Now that we've called you out, you've got to prove you're listening.
And Spain just not able to generate really any defensive pressure so far. I know that forced backhand is one of the main beach strategies because it slows the hucks down, but it looks like they're just getting beat on both ends of it. There was a long throw that went up on that point, and then those sharp around forehands are just killing them. They really need to either adjust on the mark, change the force, or even go to a completely different strategy like a junk or a zone.
I can't believe that Dalia Fuentes is on the under-24 radar still. I was watching her play yesterday, not really knowing much about her, and she was awesome. And to know that she's still in youth categories is impressive. She's also a very big player, big young player with those kind of skills already. That's scary. Spain trying to find ways. Termina. Oh, and you look, another hand block. They are doing it on every aspect of defense, winning so many of these matchups, and this will be good training analysis for Spain before Worlds. Watching how some of these errors came against some tough matchups. A toe drag there, and the Berries put another one in. They are looking to bury the competition in this final. 7-1. 8-1, no, that is 7-1. So that'll make it halftime. We'll take a short break here. We'll be back with more action, more second half action. Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm leaving soon, so yeah. Well, thank you.
Here we go.
This year, London Invite is bigger than ever, with 8 teams in the Open Division, 8 teams in the Women's Division, and for the first time, a full 8-team Mixed Division.
With 5 World Games teams, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, France.
As well as the Tokai Super Team, is sure to be the ultimate showcase of the best in the world.
More teams, more streams, more stars, more ultimate.
More excitement.
You're not going to want to miss London Invite 2025.
We are Hive Ultimate, a group of players and coaches from all over the world working together to progress the next generation of Ultimate strategy. We've helped top teams win world championships and new teams introduce the sport in a fun and inclusive way. Search for Hive Ultimate on YouTube to learn more about our cutting-edge strategies and to see analysis of world-class teams. To find out what Hive can do for your team, head over to our Patreon page where you can gain access to our exclusive drills and session plans and to join our worldwide community of coaches. Get ahead of the curve with Hive Ultimate.
We are back at Copa Tanga, women's final. Berries putting on a clinic. Were the Berries here last year, Anna?
It was as great as this one.
So they had a similarly super strong performance and won the tournament.
Yes, as I remember, the final was also the same, Spain win against us.
And a big score difference for the Berries. So Spain trying to avoid that, but looking like it might be similar. Kobos goes to ground for the pickup. Hard charging under. That one from Colomer. And the ensuing throw gets knocked down, and no call on that one. It is going to be a turnover. Pustavaya trying to find a way around, and she opts for the middle. Our sideline fired up. Pustavaya gets the right hand, turns and rips it to Chanina. And the Berries do it again. 8-1 now, Francis.
Change the force. Do something different on defense. Right now, they are killing them with those around flicks. It is absolutely Spain's death right here. It doesn't even have to be 1,000 cuts. There's only 3 that you need right here. Shout out to Marta Mormardo. She's actually doing a pretty good job of limiting...
to shut down Sasha Pustavaya. And you can't just focus on her because obviously there's plenty of good players on this team. But I would, if I was coaching against this team, I would try and do everything to limit Sasha first. And then, okay, if the rest of them beat me, okay, we tried something different. But how do you limit, how do you do that, right? So you got to do some double teams, you got to throw some people in the lane, some flash poaching. But that would be my first order of business is let's slow down Sasha Pustavaya first and see what presents itself as their next option from there. Spain women, another chance. Trevino goes to the far sideline. Navas. Fuentes just gets one through. Toscano pops one, and another one just gets it through. Trevino, these marks are all tight as Fuentes gets a touch. Fuentes lines up and fires. Patino will have to chase, but that goes at the back.
I think what we can see is Spain's sort of focus on small ball movement. Normally, we associate that probably with the men's side, where they play in very tight spaces together. But I think in general, it's kind of a Spanish beach ultimate thing, where you want the disc moving really quickly between sort of small spaces and these sort of short passes. But it really does limit the deep game. And if those shots are not on, then you can see that turnovers are kind of free, or at least they're discounted.
Kochanova saunters to the line. Release to Anastasia, sister Kochanova. And then the under comes to set up the big. Big is out, and Fuentes lays the smack down, the left hand. I thought she did it very cleanly there. Nice play to take it away from Bukreva. Here's another look. Yeah, that is good. Of course, a little bit of contact. These are the gray areas of the sport. You could maybe call a foul there. The shoulders touched, the inside shoulders touched before the outside arm swipe, but heck of a play.
I don't think Arina will call a foul here. Maybe if the score wasn't 8-1, she would, but not now.
Sent up, Patino lays out, gets it with the left. Looks to the middle, but miscalibrated. And it's Kochanova who flips one out to the far side. Kochanova on the move now. Getting things moving with Tatarinova. And now Kochanova. High release, Tatarinova. Far sideline, swipes the scuba. Now shows the backhand fake before she goes all the way around to Olya Kochanova. High. Tatarinova. Waiting for isolation and gets what she was looking for. Voronkova with the goal. The Berries just owning too many matchups.
again, I think that the mark is really the basis of the defense right here. You need to go back to the fundamentals of what you're doing on the mark and decide what your strategy is. Here we see some excellent break throws, and the mark is not really active right there. We need some some active marking, something that's going to take away a space. And that's what is bringing Berries to a 9-1 lead so far. Now, Anna, I have a question for you. How many of these women on Berries played for the 2017 Russian women's team that won Worlds?
Yes, it was a legendary match, and it gives me goosebumps every time I see it and little tear in my eye. This universe and this backhand from Sasha Pstovaya.
Bounced off Cree Howard's head and then into Olya Kochinova's hands. It was a crazy finish. But how many do you think? How many on this team were on that team? 4, 5, 6, 7?
Sasha and Danya and Oля Kochinova, and I think Nastya Kochinova too, but I'm not sure. Yulia and Lisa Voronkova. Yes, and the rest of the team, most of them are really young and inspired by that final. And oh, what a nice layout.
Nice layout indeed. So at least 6, and then some youngsters. As noted, those that were inspired to get into the game because of that final. That was one of the greatest World Championship beach final games that I recall watching in my life. It was major excitement, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. And here comes Berries, Akramova. Gives the high backhand, goes around, and Berries get it all the way. Anna Pustovaya sends with a whole bunch of force. Akramova shows some speed, but it goes out the back.
Too small field for Anya's hugs. And the Sash says, it's not a pool, Anya, you have to calm down a little bit. The favorite part about Pustovaya sisters is their communication on the field and from the side and on the field.
Like with each other?
Yeah.
Do they speak to each other very gently?
Not very gentle, but they're used to it.
Okay. I had a feeling that was the case. They seem very serious with one another. Oh, and Akramova knocks it away. She'll pick it up. Backhand right away. Anna Pustovaya, and they continue their dominance, making it 10-1 with a quick conversion.
Spain has lost this game many points ago, but at this point they need to find small victories. And currently, I think on the offensive side, the Russians are doing an excellent job on the mark. Berries are really limiting their throwing lanes, and then in addition to that, their downfield defense is narrowing that even further. We can see it on the inside shot that you just get a hand on that, or if you just make sure that the throw is a little bit off center, then you're going to get a D. Spain at this point needs to change something. Who knows what it's going to be? It looks like they're throwing out a very different line right here. We'll see if Arantxa Lopez can actually get some life back into the legs of these Spaniards.
Unlucky for Spain, Berries, most of the girls from Berries, they play Midnight Cobras, and Midnight Cobras just lost a semi-final on the Universe, and they're really mad and don't want to lose any points at all.
So that's right, Midnight Cobras did lose. Midnight Cobras, Berries, Blue Tractor. There's a lot of player sharing, and Elian. A lot of player sharing to fill the divisions, which is great. But yes, some of these players have played a whole lot of games over the course of this weekend that are out there now in a pretty good position to win this one. Fuentes goes into a log roll and then fires, but Kochinova was all over that throwing lane. Now Pustovaya, easy high release. Kochinova. Pustovaya Sends inside. Tatarinova and in for the goal. Berries do it again. The goal scorer, Nika Stakova.
Steph, I think you cursed me. Last weekend at Paganello, we watched another blowout in our first game, and I think that we're seeing another one, unfortunately, in the finals. I think that Spain is going to have a bitter taste in their mouth at the end of this game. I hope that they can find some life and they can get some good memories and some positive things that they can draw away from this match.
Yeah, it's tough to take a big loss in a final. But these are the things that do help campaigns, funnily enough, to be humbled early in your campaign. This is one of those things, all these ladies in the red shirts will go home, they'll watch this game, they will, make notes on where these turnovers came from, where their personal errors came from, should focus their training, should just allow them to put it into the next gear, which they know they need. Going into a World Championship year, they're going to need to step it up. If this very strong club team can stick it to them, well, they know they're going to get at least this kind of competition when they go to Portugal. 11-1, 3 1s on the scoreboard. Make sure you like and subscribe as España come and try and find their way in. Toscano goes back, Mamrol spins and takes Patiño. She gets the high pancake grab. Patiño fires inside, goes to Termina quickly, upfield to Toscano, leading throw, and they get one. Ahmad for the goal, and boy did they need that one.
And that was a good thing to breathe some life into the Spanish offense, doubling their score. So Angie Amado from Sevilla, Frisbee Club Frisbianas. We can see her gunning down the field right here. And that's a good grab to get behind the defense right there. We'll see if Spain is going to load up a line. I think right here you should probably just put in your young guns and get them some experience. I think that's what Arantxa Lopez is trying to do on this one.
And Spain has a rare chance to discuss their defense before the point.
They've not pulled many times in this game. And of course, it sounds strange, you want to get your defense on the field. That's what you're always playing for. Like, you're playing to score, but the reward for scoring is you put your defense on. And if you're ever going to make your way back into the game, you got to keep your defense on the field, go shelf your O-line, and see if this defense can generate some momentum against a very efficient and potent attack of the Berries. Kochanova to Olya Kochanova, back again, Anastasia. Low release, fires inside, Stakova, Kochanova, Akramova, and she leads for the goal. Beautiful finish there. Bukreeva on the goal reception. That makes it 12 there at game point here, the Berries.
Good flow from Berries. And Spain did change the mark. They did force Farhand, unfortunately to no avail. It looks like this is one of those games where the wheels come off and you don't really know what to do in those sorts of situations. You can see that Spain is trying to get some energy, though. Here Amado screaming for some energy on the sideline, trying to get everybody into it, hoping that for them that this is not their last point.
What do you think back home? Will this game get extended, or are the Berries going to put this one away? Get into the chat and let us know. Thanks again to all y'all for tuning in. As always, I will prompt you to hit that like button and subscribe. Pull goes just out the back. No, perfect pull. Lands meters away from the back line. Great pull. And sent deep. The chase is on. Lamotte, the intent, or Navasa, but a bit too far for either. And Berries can now end this one. as Sasha Pustavaya walks her dual pigtail braids over to the disc. Picks up leading backhand. That one to Tatarinova. Sends wide and around to Lebedeva. And back for Pustavaya. Pustavaya shows some body language. Hey, give me something to throw to, and just turns it right back to center and asks for it again. Pustavaya asks for the deep, gets the deep. Pustavaya to Pustavaya for the bid, the score, the win. Berries take the game on a sibling connection, 13-2, absolute dominance in this one from the Berries.
I think you summed it up pretty well, Steph. I think this is one of those things that Spain is going to have to look at very intently and see the points that they failed on, learn from this, and move on to the next thing. This is still very early in their preparation. Worlds isn't for another 5 months, perhaps even 6. So we'll see what they can do with this game and hopefully improve off of that.
Yeah, these berries were too sour for Spain. I think it would give them more motivation to work on the sand and to be successful on the next tournaments. Thank you.
And thank you, Anna, for joining us. As with Francis in the booth, loved to have you. Big congratulations to Berries on a Copa Tanga crown that they will surely celebrate now while they get to watch the next 2 finals. And commiserations to Spain women, but great of them to have had a great tournament and make this final. Being able to perform in a final is a great privilege as always. We're just finishing up this game, and we are going to end the broadcast with Team Staub showing their kits off from Force Sportswear. Thank you for joining us. And for Francis and Anna, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.